Hello students. So today we will see how did the Cold War era begin. Okay. So we have been listening that the Cold War period. Okay. It was a period of tension, competition, conflict between the two superpowers, that is USA and USSR. Okay. So how did it all begin? কেনেকৈ এইবিলাক সকলো ষ্টাৰ্ট হ'লে কোল্ড ৱাৰ এৰাটো ফটকৈ 1945 আমি লিখিব লাগিব যে ইট ষ্টাৰ্টেড আফটাৰ দ্য এণ্ড অফ দ্য ছেকেণ্ড ৱৰ্ল্ড ৱাৰ অ'কে চ' ডিড ইট বিগিন জাষ্ট ইন আ ডে এদিনতে হৈ গৈছিলে নে ইট ৱাজ দেৰ ৱাজ ইউ কেন চে ইভেণ্টছ অৰ ইনচিডেণ্টছ অফ এনিমচিটি বিটুইন দ্য টু ছুপাৰ পাৱাৰ্ছ উইচ আল্টিমেটলি লেড টু দ্য কোল্ড ৱাৰ এৰা অ'কে চ' আমি যদি কোল্ড ৱাৰ এৰাটো ট্ৰেচ কৰোঁ যাৰ তাৰ ৰুটছটো আমি দেখিম যে ইটছ ৰুটছ কেন বি ট্ৰেচ টু দ্য Second World War. Okay, so here you can see the Second World War. It happened between 1939 to 1945. Okay, now again the Second World War, its roots can be traced to the First World War. So First World War, it was between 1914 to 1919. Okay, 1918, sorry, মই ইয়াতে 1919 লিখিছোঁ. Like that you will find the First World War, it led to the Second World War. Second World War, some of the incidents, it led to the Cold War between the US and USSR. Okay, so let's see that how the Cold War it began. Okay, so you will find that after the end of the First World War, so the First World War ended in 1919. Okay, how did it end? When the Treaty of Versailles, okay, Treaty of Versailles was signed. And a Treaty of Versailles খন কোনে start কৰিছিলে? England, France and USA. Okay, from England we had Lloyd George, from USA we had Woodrow Wilson. Okay, and these countries, they accused Germany of the First World War. So First World War jiman ji loss hoisile of life, property, Germany was to be blamed. Okay, and Germany was held responsible. Okay, বুজি পাইছা তোমালোকে সো জাৰ্মানিক এই কাণ্ট্ৰি কিখনে ৰেসপন্সিবল কৰিলে যে তোমাৰ জাৰ্মানিৰ কাৰণেহে ফাৰ্ষ্ট ৱৰ্ল্ড ৱাৰ হ'ব পাৰিলে আৰু হেতু কাৰণে ফাৰ্ষ্ট ৱৰ্ল্ড ৱাৰ হোৱা গতিকে বহুতখিনি আমাৰ ৱৰ্ল্ডৰ লছ হ'ল ইন টাৰ্মছ অফ মেন ইন টাৰ্মছ অফ মেটেৰিয়েল ওকে সো জাৰ্মানিৰ ওপৰত এখন ট্ৰিটি বান্ধি দিলে সেইখনৰ নাম আছিল ট্ৰিটি অফ ভাৰ্চাইলছ ওকে আৰু এই ট্ৰিটি অফ ভাৰ্চাইলছত কি লিখা আছিলে এই ট্ৰিটি অফ ভাৰ্চাইলছত লিখা আছিলে যে জাৰ্মানি এতিয়াৰ পৰা they will accept the blame for starting the First World War. তাৰপিছত আছিলে যে Germany will pay 6600 million pounds for damage to the western countries. Okay, and also it was like some কিছুমান ban লগাই দিছিলে Germany ওপৰত যে Germany only they can have a small army and only 6 naval ships. Okay, then much of the land was also taken away from Germany as a part of the compensation. The Germany compensation hisabe tahator pra France England kisuman mati loi lusile USSR tahator kisuman land loi lusile. Okay, so Germany was held responsible for this First World War. Okay, eta dekhiba je ei jikhini hol Germany logot hetu karone goi amar Second World War hol. Okay, the Second World War কিয় হ'ল চোৱা তাৰ আকৌ আমি যদি চাওঁ জাৰ্মানি যি অৱস্থা হৈছিলে জাৰ্মানি হোললি ৰেসপন্সিবল কৈছিলে যে তাহাঁতৰ কাৰণে হ'ল sanctions লগাই দিছিলে এণ্ড অল হেতু টাইমতে 1933 জাৰ্মানি ইট saw the rise of a promising figure এজন মানুহ তাত উঠিলে সেইজনৰ নাম আমি সকলোৱে শুনিছো Adolf Hitler. Okay, I think you all have heard his name. So Adolf Hitler, what he did, he promised that he will bring back the lost glory of Germany. Okay, that Germany jikhini hoise already the German people were dissatisfied with the government because they were just listening to the dictates of the other countries like US, USSR, France. So tahati Hitler ever choose korile. Okay, and after becoming the chancellor of Germany in 1933, Hitler, he secretly began building up Germany's army and weapons. Okay, he built warships, created German air force, তাৰপিছত compulsory military service start কৰি দিলে and Hitler কি কৰিলে Rome তাৰপিছত ইটালী okay জাপান আৰু ইটালী লগত কিছুমান সিক্ৰেট পেক্ট সাইন কৰিলে সিক্ৰেট ট্ৰিটি কিছুমান সাইন কৰিলে by which তাহাঁতি মানে এগ্ৰি কৰিলে যে ইখনে হিখনক হেল্প কৰিব okay so তোমালোকে দেখিবা যে আমাৰ যেটো সেকেন্ড ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়ার হৈছিলে ইয়াতে দেখিবা দুটা ক্যাম্প আছে এলাইট ক্যাম্প আৰু এক্সিস ক্যাম্প সো এই দুটা ক্যাম্প দেখিছে এলাইড আৰু এক্সিস ক্যাম্প ওকে সো এলাইড ক্যাম্পত আসলে আমাৰ USA USSR ফ্ৰান্স আৰু UK so they were the winner okay and he camp to কোৱা হৈছিলে allied camp বুলি and ইটো ক্যাম্পত আসলে the opposite campত আসলে axis power so and axis power কোন আসলে জাপান জাৰ্মানী in Italy মই যে ক'লো হিটলাৰে কিছুমান সিক্ৰেট পেক্ট সাইন কৰিছিলে so Rome Berlin axis pact এটা পেক্টৰ নাম আছিলে এটা পেক্টৰ নাম আছিলে তোমালোকৰ anti comintern pact okay so এইবিলাক হিটলাৰে সাইন কৰিছিলে with Japan and Italy okay so that they can fight the allied camp okay to তোমালোক এটা question আহে পৰীক্ষাত that what were the two warring camps during the second world war so warring camps বুলি দিলে তোমালোকে লিখিব লাগিব allied camp okay and তাত আসলে কোন কোন USA USSR France and UK and on the other hand we had the Axis power so Axis power it had Japan Germany and Italy বুজি পালা সো এই দুটা ক্যাম্পৰ মাজত সেকেন্ড ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়ার খন হৈছিলে এতিয়া সেকেন্ড ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়ার খন কেনেকে হল জাস্ট শর্ট কে হেতু কৈ দিও তোমালোকক মই how the second world war happened so second world war দেখিবা যে Hitler je the chancellor hall Germany okay so the people of Germany they were very dissatisfied with what had happened to them because of Treaty of Versailles so in this scenario there was a rise of a person called Adolf Hitler okay so Adolf Hitler after becoming the chancellor of Germany he signed a number of treaties with some of the like-minded countries and some of them were mainly Italy and this one Japan okay so Germany, Japan and Italy they had signed many alliances okay so one of them was the Rome-Berlin Axis Pact এখনৰ নাম আছিল anti-comintern pact and a pact কিখনৰ under দেখিবা যে তাহাঁতি they took out or they undertook a number of invasions তাৰ মানে যোনবিলাক জাগা যোনবিলাক region Germany লৈ লৈছিলে Treaty of Versailles নামত সেই জায়গাবিলাক আকৌ তাহাঁতি ঘূৰাই আনিছিলে কিছুমান জাৰ্মানী আছিলে কিছুমান নাছিলে okay so dekhiba 1931 Japan Manchuria invade korile then in you will find in 1935 Italy invaded Abyssinia okay 1936 Germany under Hitler entered Rhineland okay then 1938 Hitler ako invade korile Austria so eblak je jaga asile Austria Rhineland eblak Germany re asile kintu Treaty of Versailles namot Germany pa loi loa hoisile okay so like this you will find a trail of invasions were undertaken by these three nations okay and all these things were observed by the allied camp tar jun kikhon country asile USA USSR tapisot UK France okay and they were like in warning they were sending out warning messages to Hitler that they should stop their invasions okay but Hitler was not stopping anywhere okay and ultimately you will find ketia the like the declaration or the how did the second world war burst out okay ultimately you will find on 3rd of September 1939 this Hitler he invaded Poland so Poland was a part of USSR so jetia Poland invade koil tetia on 3rd September 1939 okay France and Britain declared war on Germany okay so 1st September Hitler Poland attack korile by invade korile and 3rd September 1939 not Germany uporot war declare korile Britain aro France so in this way you will find in 1939 our second world war it thus began okay and in with Britain and France came support came from whom this one USSR and USSA okay and this second world war it continued from 1939 to 1945 okay and you will find in the course of time in 1943 Italy prothome surrender korile 43 45 Germany surrender korile after the killing of Hitler so it a killing of Hitler will not go into details some say he committed suicide some say he was killed okay so it's like that only but Germany surrendered in 1945 and the second world war ended when USA dropped the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki so these are two cities of Japan okay so Hiroshima and Nagasaki jetia bombs dropped koile I guess you all have heard these two names so 6th of August 1945 Hiroshima dropped koile and 9th of August 1945 নাগাসাকি ড্ৰপ কৰিলে এনে এটম বম্বস কিটাৰ দেখিবা কোড নেম আছিলে ফেট ম্যান আৰু লিটল বয় okay so these were the code names given so after the dropping of these atom bombs on Japan the second world war came to an end okay etia amar main point to je cold war roots to second world war kyo ase boli ami koisu ei je tumaleke atom bombs kitar kotha pohisa okay so these atom bombs it was a secret project carried out by USA okay এই project নাম আসলে Manhattan project so এই যে bombs কিটা আমেৰিকাই বনাই আছে বা এই bombs কিটা যে আমেৰিকাই জাপানত ড্ৰপ কৰিব this thing was not shared by America with USSR okay on the other hand this project was very much known to US this one UK and France okay it is what the same campot second world war fight কৰি আছিল allied campot কিন্তু যদিও same campot আছিল but they this information America did not share with USSR so kyo share nokoile that means they had some competition they knew je ami jodi share koru tahatiu maybe atom bombs ready hoi jabo okay and hetu karone America did not share the information with USSR okay so from this we can we can make out something that there was some sort of animosity or competition going on between these two superpowers although they were fighting the second world war in the same camp okay because atom bomb at that time it was a new thing to the world and jarosor atom bomb or nuclear bombs asile it had an upper hand in world politics okay they had a upper status in world politics okay so like this you will find that the second world war came to an end and with this also marks the beginning of the cold war between USA and USSR so ami eta reason dekhilu the Manhattan project which was one of the reasons why there was the rise of rivalry between USA and USSR okay tar pisot dekhiba je hetar major ideological differences o asile USA it is the prophet or you can say it is the proponent of capitalism amar duta opposite ideology ase capitalism aru communism so capitalism ot ki hoy private organization private ownership is given preference or a preference dia hoy capitalism ot okay and USA is a staunch supporter of capitalism on the other hand communism boli jitu amar system ase economic system tate ki hoy everything is under the government hands okay so public property thake tate government all the means of production okay all the means of production government control kore means of production and distribution sob government er hatot thake tat private property private ownership eku na thake so ei dukhon dekhe duta ekdom opposite ideology proponent asile so tahatar majot je cold war hoisile tar eta karon very important reason was ideological conflict as well okay Manhattan project amak dekhale ki je tahatar majot armed conflict eta asle ba arm competition eta asle for arms that is weapons nuclear weapons e hok ba non nuclear weapons e hok but tatko the important ba homane important ase ki tahatar major ideological difference too okay so both the two superpowers they wanted to show that tahatar particular respective jitu ideology USA they wanted to prove that capitalism is better USSR it wanted to prove that communism is better okay so like this you will find the ideological differences also had some contribution towards the competition towards the tensions between them okay and tar pisot dekhiba eta pisot itu tahatar majot cold war to aru intense hoy goi thakile I have discussed about the Cuban missile crisis in one of the videos you can see it Cuban missile crisis jitu tahatar majot hoisile 1962 okay regarding the installation of nuclear weapons in Cuba okay it Cuban missile crisis to tumalage saba ako hetu ako hoisile kihor karone or because all America already target missile camps bohaisile now if you open the world map tat dekhiba Turkey is near USSR okay and Cuba is near USA so America ki korisile Turkey nuclear weapons install korisile missile so that in case of a war between them tahati USSR easily Ussr pra from a short distance they can target and hetu karone tar repercussions ki hol 1962 USSR Cuba nijor nuclear missiles install korisile which had led to the Cuban Missile Crisis. So তোমালোকে পঢ়িছা বা পঢ়িবা যে Cuban Missile Crisis যেতিয়া 1962 হৈছিলে, the whole world, okay, it was under a very like threat war pressured আছিলে যে এতিয়া যদি তাহাঁতৰ মাজত war হয় Cuban Missile Crisisৰ কাৰণে, it would be a nuclear war definitely, and it would give rise to the third world war. Okay, so দেখিবা যে এইকেইটা reasonsতে, okay, because of these reasons you will find that the Cold War mostly it began because of mainly of some of these were some of the important reasons for which the Cold War began between USA and USSR. So আমি কি দেখিলো আজি যে because of the first world war it gave rise to the second world war, treaty of Versailles কাৰণে, second world war তাত যিখিনি whole invasions and all undertaken by the three countries, Japan, Italy and Germany, it gave rise to the second world war. The second world war, how it ended because of the dropping of the 2 atom bombs, okay, by USA. And these atom bombs were also the beginning of the animosity or the formal competition between them, the USA and USSR. So it ultimately gave rise to the Cold War. Okay, it gave rise to the Cold War period.